Hey guys, this is Mark here from PFT, and today we are going to be speaking about the subject of why did Apple choose 5K? Now, 4K has been hyped about for a long time now, and a lot of YouTubers and filmmakers and different broadcasting services have been upgrading to 4K, and people have been starting to buy 4K TVs, 4K monitors, and just 4K technology in general. So why did Apple completely bypass 4K and move up to 5K? Now, of course, nobody really knows the answer to this, but I thought I would simply share with you my opinions on this topic and make a quick video for you about it. Now, personally, I see 5K compared to UHD as what 1080p is compared to HD. So, for a long time before, we had 720p HD and 1080p HD. So, we had the two resolutions which were both classed as HD, and that is kind of what we're seeing here with 4K and 5K. So, they are both classed as ultra high definition screens, but you obviously have the slightly lower resolution, though it is still unbelievably high, and then for the slight price bump you can obviously get the 5K screen in the Retina 5K iMac. Now, a lot of people will be wondering why, because really at that resolution you start to stop noticing the benefits, and personally I cannot see anything above 5K really being useful, because simply for on a 27-inch screen your eye is not going to notice the difference there, and it does begin to get a bit pointless. Now, 5K is obviously going to be brilliant to look at, providing the monitor has a very good color reproduction and things like that. Now, in the recent release of the new iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, a lot of people were wondering why Apple stuck to a 1080p camera, as a lot of phones like Galaxy phones have moved up to a 4K camera, and this could be the reason. Apple may want to introduce 5K to all their products. Now, obviously we're not going to be seeing a 5K screen on the iPhone, but we may see a 5K video camera, and that technology may be available in the 6S and the 6 Plus S, if that's what they are to call it. So in previous versions of the iPhone, as you may know, we always have the change in form factor and some new specs, and then we have a new feature. So for the 4S we saw Siri, the 5S we saw Touch ID, and the 6S we could very well see a 5K camera in that iPhone. Now, of course, with such a big company releasing such a high resolution screen for such a reasonable price, we will start seeing this technology come across more manufacturers and more platforms. So I would definitely predict that we will most likely be seeing some 5K televisions and some 5K monitors from different manufacturers, and not only that, but we will start seeing a lot more 5K cameras, possibly in the Panasonic GH5 when that is released. We may see 5K in that. And we already, of course, get 5K in cameras like the Red Epic and such like that, but those are definitely nowhere near consumer cameras. Those are purely professional cameras, and we will start to see 5K slowly but surely coming down to consumer level, possibly even in new iterations of the GoPro, which would be really nice to see. I personally would love to play with 5K video. Now, personally, I do find the jump from 4K to 5K a bit pointless, but I'm not going to lie, if I had just bought a 4K camera, I would be kicking myself right now, as it is somewhat clear that 5K will eventually become the norm, and you will pretty much be watching all YouTube videos and such on a 5K screen. Now, if you're asking why you would want a 5K screen, basically my answer is, if you're editing a video in, for example, Final Cut or Premiere Pro, you can have a 4K window within that 5K screen. So for example, if you're looking at the screen here, you could have a 4K image here, and then have your timeline and whatever else around that. So you can see the full resolution of that on the 5K screen. Now, a downside of 5K is of course going to be the power. You're going to need special chips just to power this display, and you're going to need very impressive graphics. So for example, I could definitely not hook up 5K screens to my laptop, and running multiple 5K screens is definitely going to take up a lot of power. But of course, with new technologies, it will become more and more accepted, just like HD did when it first came out. So really, those are my opinions on Apple's 5K. I really wouldn't make too much of a big deal about it for now, but I think in the future, 5K will definitely be a big thing. I really cannot wait for that. I would love to have a 5K camera and 5K monitors, but obviously that's probably not going to happen for the next few years. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share, and why not subscribe to my channel for more content. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section down below or email me at the address in the description. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.